Exclusive. Beatrice and Eugenie's warning in Andrew scandal after reckless claim. The daughters of Sarah Ferguson and Andrew Mountbatten Windsor have been warned about being tarred with the same brush as their parents, as they work to distance themselves from their scandals. As Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie continue to try and distance themselves from their parents' indiscretions, they have been warned to tread carefully with their career endeavors. The daughters of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Sarah Ferguson have maintained a LOW profile since their parents were stripped of their titles and booted from the Royal Lodge, only stepping out in public for work-related events. In a role handed to her by King Charles, Eugenie attended a mentoring session held by the King's Foundation Fourth Charities 35 Under 35 network in early November, showing her alliance to the royal family and their philanthropic efforts. Princess Beatrice, however, raised eyebrows when she traveled to Saudi Arabia, where she was snapped at the Future Investment Initiative in Riyadh. Beatrice was also snapped driving into the Royal Lodge after it was announced that Andrew and Fergie were losing their titles. Beatrice and Eugenie are not working royals, and have had their own career aspirations for several years outside of official work for the firm. As the sisters continue to distance themselves from their parents' indiscretions, former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond has warned the mover where they conduct their business. Jenny told the Mirror, "So far, they have emerged relatively unscathed, although personally I think they would be wise to curtail their business activities and visits to the dripping with money venues of the Middle East. They need to be careful not to become tarred with the same brush as their parents." Both Andrew and Fergie appear to have been seduced by great wealth for much of their lives, and their reckless pursuit of that wealth has been part of their undoing. As Beatrice and Eugenie continue to make a name for themselves, they have reportedly been extended an olive branch by Princess Kate. The Princess of Wales is said to have sent the sisters invitations for her upcoming Together at Christmas carol service. King Charles and other senior members of the royal family have long had positive relationships with Beatrice and Eugenie, and have not punished them for the sins of their parents. As Jenny told the Mirror, "I assume that Catherine sends out personal invitations every year to members of the royal family. That would be the normal thing to do when you are organizing an event like this, and the sisters have been regular fixtures at the carol concert, so it would be a very pointed criticism of them if the princess had omitted them from the guest list this year." The royal expert added, "It has been made clear throughout the scandal involving Andrew that Beatrice and Eugenie remain valued members of the royal family and will be invited to get-togethers like this, as well as Christmas at Sandringham. It will be up to them to decide if they want to face the cameras and join the rest of the royal family, or spend time with their parents." Jenny agreed that for Beatrice and Eugenie, balancing their allegiances with their parents and the royal family will be an ongoing dilemma, adding that most people feel quite sorry for them. She said, "It must be incredibly tough to see your parents so publicly humiliated and evicted from their home." Beatrice and Eugenie must have deeply divided loyalties.